What if I told you? Every country on Earth is paying an invisible tax to America every single day, and most people have absolutely no idea it's happening. Imagine waking up tomorrow and your country's money is worth nothing. Not because of war, not because of disaster, because of one phone call from Washington, D.C. That sounds insane, but it has already happened, multiple times, to multiple countries. And the weapon they used? It was paper. You work hard, you save money, you try to build a future. But here is the invisible truth. The value of your savings, your investments, even your country's entire economy is quietly tied to decisions made by 12 people sitting in a room in Washington. They're called the Federal Reserve. They don't answer to you. They don't answer to any election. But their decisions ripple outward and hit your wallet, whether you live in Pakistan, Nigeria, Brazil, or Germany. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is just how the world works. And the story of how it got this way starts with a hotel, a mountain town, and the ruins of World War II, July 1944. The war isn't over yet. Europe is on fire. The entire global economy is shattered. But inside a beautiful hotel in a small New Hampshire town, 730 delegates from 44 countries make a decision that will quietly dominate the next 80 years of human history. The US dollar becomes the world's reserve currency. Every country pegs their money to the dollar. The dollar is backed by gold. America holds 75% of the world's gold reserves. The logic is clean. The dollar is as good as gold. Everyone trusts it. The world rebuilds, trade flows, peace returns. But then something nobody saw coming. The gold started running out. Fast forward to 1971. Vietnam is bleeding America dry. The government is spending money it doesn't have. France starts demanding their gold returned. So on August 15, 1971, Nixon appears on national television and says the words that change everything. We are closing the gold window. Just like that, the dollar is backed by nothing. No gold. Just trust. Just faith. Just America's word. The world panics. Economists predict collapse, but the dollar doesn't collapse. It gets stronger. How is that even possible? Because Henry Kissinger had already boarded a plane to Riyadh. Kissinger made a deal with Saudi Arabia. Simple, powerful, secret. You sell your oil only in US dollars. Every country that wants your oil must first buy our dollars. In return, American military protection. Advanced weapons. Political support. Saudi Arabia said yes. OPEC followed. The entire global oil cartel agreed. And just like that, the dollar was reborn, not backed by gold anymore, backed by oil. Every country needs energy. Every country needs oil, which means every country needs dollars. You want to keep your lights on? Buy dollars first. This is the petrodollar system. The single most powerful financial architecture ever created in human history. Invisible, automatic, inescapable. But America didn't just control trade, they turned the dollar into a weapon. When America wants to punish a country, they don't always send bombs. They cut you off from the dollar system. Suddenly you can't trade. You can't buy medicine. You can't import food. Your currency collapses. Your people suffer. Iran, Venezuela, Russia, North Korea. All sanctioned. All brought to their knees. Not by missiles, but by removing access to green paper. That is real power. And now, other countries are starting to wake up. China is building an alternative payment system. Russia is trading in yuan and rubles. India is buying oil in rupees. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, are actively discussing a new reserve currency. The world is quietly, slowly building a door out of the dollar system. And if they succeed, if even 30% of global trade shifts away from the dollar, the cost of everything you buy goes up overnight. This is not a theory. This is math. And the clock is already ticking. You might be thinking, this is big geopolitics. What does it have to do with me? Everything. When the dollar is strong, oil is cheaper globally. Markets shift. When the dollar weakens, inflation rises. Your grocery bill goes up. Your rent goes up. The dollar's dominance is the invisible hand that touches every single financial decision you make, whether you realize it or not. America knows this, and they will do whatever it takes to protect the dollar's throne. Because without it, they lose something more valuable than gold. They lose control. So the next time you hold a dollar bill, or see prices rising, or hear about sanctions on some distant country, remember what you now know. The world doesn't run on democracy. It doesn't run on fairness. It runs on whoever controls the currency. And for 80 years, that has been America. The real question isn't, will that change? The real question is, what happens to the rest of us when it does? Subscribe, because the next video queued up for you.